Good morning students. Welcome to social science class of 8th standard. Today we are going to learn history 3rd chapter, Ancient Civilization of India. In this chapter you learn Ancient Civilization of India, first urbanization, special features of the cities, lifestyle and the decline of towns, and the development of Vedas, types of Vedas and Vedic period. Children, first we will come to know when nomadic life became stable. Archaeologists have come across signs of huts and houses in some places. They have excavated a cellar in Burzham in Kashmir. People of those times used to dig shallow pits in the soil and live in them. So there were steps leading to the pits. These were built in this manner in order to provide protection from the cold weather and wild animals. So earthen pots have been found inside and outside such pits. In accordance to weather condition, people cooked food either inside or outside. The Harappan civilization. The archaeologist excavation first began in 1921 CE at Harappa in the Punjab on the banks of the river Ravi. Harappa was discovered by the engineers when the railway lines were being laid 150 years ago. They thought that it was a mound made up of excellent bricks. They utilized the bricks for the construction of railway lines. But in this way, many houses which had been buried under the soil were destroyed. So archaeologists took up research in this area. They were convinced that it was an ancient city. Since the sites are around, this city resembled the sites discovered earlier. So they were called the Harappan civilization. These cities are said to be 4,600 years old, and it is also called as Indus Valley civilization. The cities of Harappa, we can see two or more parts in the cities. The western part is narrow and at an elevated place. Archaeologists are the view that this was citadel. The eastern part is wide and at lower level. This area has been called the lower town. Every part had a wall made of burnt bricks. Since the bricks around them were placed in an interlocking manner, the walls were very strong. There were noteworthy buildings inside the citadel. Mohenjo-daro, one of the cities, had a water tank. It is built of bricks so as to prevent the seepage of water from the tank. The bath tank has steps on either sides to go down and has rooms all around. The water was supplied to the tank by a well and the used water was let out. It's very important. People used to take bath in this pool on special occasions. Fire altars have been discovered in other cities like Kalibangan and Lothal. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had constructed systematic granaries. Town planning. The common people, they were living in the lower town, in the low-lying area of the city. Roads, construction of houses, drainage system, seals, pots and toys can be seen here. Almost every person lived in either one or two-storied houses. The houses were built of bricks and had strong walls. There were rooms all around the courtyard inside. The main door faced the street. None of the windows opened onto the street. There were bathrooms in the houses. Some houses had wells which supplied water. The cities had neatly laid out underground sewage system. The drains were built of bricks and covered with stone slabs. Holes were created in the drains to enable timely cleaning of them. The life in the Harappan civilization. The people of Harappan culture had depended on agriculture and trade. Wheat, barley, pulses and mustard were their main crops. They had learned to grow cotton and weave cloth from it. We can say that they knew irrigation since many towns were situated on the banks of the rivers. They had domesticated the humped bull, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, dog, and hen, and are engaged in cattle rearing, sheep rearing, and pottery. Oxen were used to carry heavy loads. Trade and commerce had assumed primary importance along with agriculture. The towns carried on business with rural areas. Balochistan, Saurashtra, and the Deccan were some of these areas. The seals obtained at Mesopotamia established the fact that the Indus Valley civilization had trade relation with it. The decline of the town. The Harappan civilization declined by 800 BC due to several reasons. It is held by scholars that the amount of rainfall in the Indus region increased slightly around 3000 BC and then declined in the earlier part of 2nd millennium BC. This is believed to have greatly affected agriculture and stock breeding. Still, others believed that the decrease in fertility of the soil because of increasing salinity caused by the expansion of neighboring desert led to the decline. Next, the sudden subsidence or uplift of the land resulting in floods is also believed to be one of the reasons for the decline of the Harappan civilization. Since Indus Valley civilization was a Bronze Age culture, huge quantities of wood were needed to produce bronze, jewelry, to bake bricks, pottery, stoneware, etc. This could have led to deforestation, resulting in climate change in the region, and finally, the decline of the area. It is believed by some scholars that earthquakes caused changes in the course of the Indus River, leading to the inundation of the hinterland of Mohenjo-daro. It might also have caused incalculable damage. Later, people living in Indus Valley and some sites of West Punjab might have deserted the area and migrated to new areas in the east and south. This civilization survived in Lothal, town of Gujarat, for some more years. The Indus Valley civilization has remained an evidence of maturity of the Indian civilization. So students, today we have learned about Harappan civilization, its town planning, its town life, and the decline of the town. So in next session, we'll learn about Vedic age.